Hello, thank you again for watching. Just wanted to do a quick video. I've been reading up and watching videos about personal growth again, and I just wanted to share, like, a bit of what I've learned. So I'm just gonna start with a bit of a story. So when I was in high school, they had this thing called CAP, Career and Personal Preparation, and you're supposed to be like planning your future and whatnot. And I was just like, I just want to travel. I just want to work internationally. I just want to travel as much as I can. That's my goal. And of course, everyone was like, that's not a job. You can't plan for that. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, how high school is meant to like crush your dreams and whatnot. So I didn't do very well in that course. Obviously, I had no motivation because everyone was saying what I wanted to do wasn't a thing. Eventually, I ended up getting a linguistics degree so that I could teach English. See, that was the closest thing that seemed to be what I wanted to do. You can do it internationally and whatnot. So that's why I ended up pursuing linguistics and teaching English. Um, Anyways, in the end, I've just kind of gone my own way and decided I'm just gonna travel and work, and that's what I'm gonna do regardless. So with that, a lot of people are just like, "Oh my God, it's crazy. Your life is insane. I'm just not the kind of person who could do that." Or like just with a lot of things, people are just like, "Oh, I'm not that kind of person, and there's no way I could do that because I'm not X, Y, Z." But the thing is, with personal growth, when you really start learning and finding out about yourself, you realize that you can become that person. So yeah, maybe you're not that person now, but if you want to do things, then you can become that person. That's how you change and how you experience life better when you go after something and challenge yourself. Um, so with that, yeah, just saying like just work towards being better, kinder, happier, healthier, whatever it is you want. Don't blame other people or who you think you are. It's 100% up to you who you want to be and what you want to be, and the actions that you take are up to you in the end. So just challenge yourself, take time to learn from your mistakes, and I've just kind of like been reading a lot of different people who are usually motivators and motivational speakers and whatnot, and they seem to have three sort of points. So the first one is you have to know yourself, and you have to do this before you can move on to the second two. So you need to make an assessment of where you are, your weaknesses, your strengths, and you have to be honest about it. You can't just numb yourself with drugs or fantasies or ignoring your problems and whatnot. You have to really be honest with where you are, um, and then once you've done that, you can move to step two, which is really be clear with what you want and what makes you happy. Not like a sort of instant gratification, like, oh, I really like to get drunk or high or whatever. I don't know. Like what the ideal sort of life would be that you would feel happy to have, that you would be proud to tell people about, like, oh, what are you up to now, and think of what you would be proud to say. So that's two. uh, and with that, you just really have to have perspective, where you are, where you want to be. And you don't necessarily need to be what everyone else says. You don't need to get your law degree or be an entrepreneur, which is like the new solution to people who don't want like traditional jobs or whatever. There's a lot of responsibility with that too, and just because you want your own business doesn't mean you're gonna have a perfect life. And then, anyways, so once you figured out what you want, then you have to go to step three, which is you have to take action. And action doesn't mean you just quit whatever you're doing now. If you're in school, don't just stop taking classes. If you're in a job, don't just quit your job. Um, Take action mentally, prepare yourself, learn, do research, find out what more about what it is you want to get into before you just quit whatever it is that you're doing now. Um, you never know, within your current job or school or whatever, you could find opportunities to get into whatever it is that you really want if what you're doing now isn't what you want to do. So that's the thing with that. Don't just quit whatever you're doing because you're not happy. It could just be your perspective again. Once you really recognize yourself and start to learn, maybe you are where you want to be, but you're just not happy because of other things that aren't career related. There's other aspects to life. Yeah, so with that, you just kind of have to focus on who you want to be. Like, for example, with relationships, I know a lot of people are like, I'm looking for this and this and this in another person, but then do you have those things in yourself as well? So like, you kind of have to look at yourself before you can decide what you want in the world and from other people. You kind of have to be the change, you know? Um, and a lot of people who are kind of superficially listening to these motivational speakers, and me, admittedly, in the beginning, you kind of get this message that, oh, you only live once, so, you know, like, just live like there's no tomorrow and that kind of thing. Um, but with that, yeah, you only live once, so try to make your whole life what you want, not just one day or one moment or one night out. Um, really try to have lifetime goals and and try to stay away from those instant gratifications that are gonna take away from what you really want. And then at the end of that, I just wanted to suggest a few channels that I've been watching. So Mindvalley is a really good one. Tom Bilyeu, Daily Motivation, The Model Health Show, and Lisa Nichols, all really amazing. Check them out.